Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus reading for each zodiac sign in the Western zodiac and how the Chinese zodiac is going to affect each sign. So the major difference between the lunar, or between the Western and the Chinese zodiac, is that the Chinese zodiac is based on the lunar calendar, and the Western zodiac is based on the solar calendar. So in the Chinese zodiac, you're assigned an animal based on the year that you were born in, and in the solar, it's based on what month you were born in. So this year is actually going to begin on February 17th. This is going to be the year of the fire horse in Chinese zodiac. And this is one day before we move from the Western zodiac, from Aquarius to Pisces energy. If you've already blown your New Year's resolution, you're good to go. This will give you a second chance. All right, and this reading is going to be for Taurus. So Taurus, you are the star of this astrological insight. And we're going to begin with, I already shuffled the cards, but I'm just going to give them one more cut here. And we will begin. And we have the underlying energy. Whoa, way to be, Taurus. This is up your alley. Taurus is all about the pentacles, the earth. And so this is earth energy. And we have the 10 of pentacles. 10 of pentacles is like the ultimate in pentacles. There only are 10 pentacles in the tarot deck. And this is like it's raining money. Although the pentacles don't just represent the energy of money. It's health, wealth, happiness, abundance in the 3D. And it's kind of having the lifestyle that you want to support. You know, it's not just about money, it's about your lifestyle. And it's also about how, you know, like living with a big house in the background here, in a really good neighborhood, being able to have time to stop and chat with the neighbors, having pets, children, you know, the all-American dream. And this is a 10 card. And I feel like this is representing the energy of moving into the new year. Like as I do this reading right now, it's New Year's Day. And this is talking about 2026 energy. 2025 was 2 + 2 + 5 is 9. And that's having completed the end of a cycle. And now we're moving into 26. And that's the energy of 2 + 2 + 6 is 10, and then you break that down, it's 1 + 0 is 1. So we're in the beginning of 2026. It's New Year's Day as I do this. And on February 17th, then we'll also have the energy of the fire horse coming in. And here we have a horse coming in. So this is... don't panic. This card is just coming in a lot because of the end of the year and moving into the new. This card represents transition. It rarely represents that someone actually passed over, so a lot of people kind of get freaked when they see this card, but it more represents a transition from one cycle to another. And that's the thing about the moving from the 2025 to 2026. It's not just ending one year and starting another. It's actually ending one cycle that was a decade long and moving into another, beginning a new decade-long-ish cycle. This is also representing the tunnel, you know, and the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you were having a challenging time in 2025, 2026 is going to be different. That's kind of the energy. This is a transition moving in. And if you don't feel it yet, I feel like there's a horse here because this is saying, hey, like I said, February 17th is your second chance at, you know, your New Year's resolutions. So this energy is talking about the transition is like a lot of older systems are dying and we're experiencing a lot of change on the planet. We've moved, like that Aquarius energy seems to be with us way stronger in the last even 6 months. A lot of AI technology out there changing things around. And so this is talking about, like, this person is like not really wanting to accept the change, But these two little children here are like, yeah, like, you know, one's handing the Grim Reaper a flower. So that represents growth and blooming. So the Taurus energy is like actually representing the energy of the last year of the snake. That's what a lot of people say is closest in character to the snake energy is the energy of the bull kind of energy, being in one place, stubborn, that kind of energy. I call it determined. And moving into the horse energy is very different, because this is going to be about being spirited. It's a lot of energy in this energy. And this is about being really, the horse is also a very determined energy and charming, and that's the energy of Taurus. So this energy, I think, will do you really well. Moving out of the snake energy into the energy of the horse, it's a very big change, of course. And what this is saying, though, is you might want to make sure that you let go of anything that's holding you back to be able to start this new cycle. So if you didn't do it by the end of the new year, there is a full moon on the 3rd here, which would be a perfect time to release anything else that you want to shed from the old year and move into this new energy. In the Chinese zodiac, it depends on what year you were born, that what your animal is, and so you can check that out. But when I was looking into the energy, a lot of people feel that the closest energy from the animals in the Chinese zodiac for like this overall energy, not for you personally, would be the snake energy. So this is about really moving from one energy into the other, and it feels like 26 is going to be very productive for you. We have the energy of the King of Swords, so this would be like March-ish, and this energy, the king is holding the sword and in his right hand because he's ready to cut through all the red tape kind of energy. The king is someone that's very well respected, someone that is probably like uses their words to be able to earn their living. You know, someone like that maybe is a speaker, a politician, a lawyer, you know, the kind of someone who uses their words to earn their living rather than their hands kind of energy. And the king is, as I said, well respected as an authority figure and, you know, an authority at whatever line of work that they are in. Sometimes this can also represent lawyers, prosecutors, that sort of thing. They would be at the top of their game here. It can also represent someone that runs a corporation, the head, you know, the CEO of a corporation, or sometimes this energy can even represent a surgeon, you know, that type of energy. Really, you know, someone that is a really good surgeon. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, this is the slowest moving knight out of the 4 knights. And I feel like maybe you've been waiting for this money to come in and you're wondering, like, is it ever going to come in? Because this quite often is talking about red tape kind of energy. And the Knight of Pentacles is, the knights would work for the king and the queen and deliver messages from far and wide. And he's focused on the pentacle, but he's also looking at, okay, what should I do next kind of energy? And I feel like that's kind of that message that's like, when is this pentacle going to come in? But you need to know that the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all the knights. And that's that in this instance, I feel like, because he's also on a horse, and one of the most, well, it's good and bad. Let's look at it from 2 angles. It could, like that determination that other people call stubbornness, that energy can make it so that you don't want to move forward, or you don't want to make this transition, you don't want to make this change, you know? Or it can mean that you are standing still and you're not making impulsive moves. You know, if you wave a red flag at a bull, how they'll go after it. That's the kind of energy that you don't want to be in. That the danger of the fire horse is that for people that are already like in a position where they could be a bit like aggressive in their when like chasing after their goals, the last thing you want to be is like taking this horse energy and charging forward in a like in like a bull-like manner. This I feel this energy is really strong for you. This is February, March, April. I feel like maybe this is saying there's some sort of message coming in about these pentacles. And this energy is saying that this is the underlying energy. So this is saying that maybe you've been waiting for it. And it might be, I don't know, there's some paperwork I feel like behind it maybe. And something to do with that. And this energy is just saying like that that it is coming in, the communication is arriving. You've been waiting a while, but it's going to be here. Don't panic if it's not here yet. And the communication, of course, in the old days would be like the knight would have to deliver it personally. But this could be an email, a phone call, it could be text message, it could be a social post, it could be documents that you're waiting to come in the mail, something like that. A financial advisor you're waiting to hear for. Perhaps you are investing in a business and you want to see if, or you're looking for investors in a business and you're waiting for that money to come in, that kind of energy. And then we have disappointment. So this card quite often talks about being disappointed in love. The cups represent love and quite often romantic love, but the universe is handing you another cup. Now, this doesn't have to be about romantic love. This can be about something you love to do, something you love to be, that kind of energy. And so this disappointment, this person is sitting under the tree and they're in a very grumpy I'm not taking that cup. I don't want more of the same old shift. And so it could be that you have all the coin and the lifestyle and everything, but you just are looking for that person that you love. So this can represent 3 different relationships that you've already been in that didn't work out. It can represent being with a person that has struck out now because 3 times they've disappointed you and you're not willing to give them another chance. Or it can just be like it could be that there was some cheating in a relationship. There's 3 cups here instead of 2, and now you're looking for a different relationship. We'll see. It could just be like you're waiting for this money to come in for whatever you're planning to do. And that would be something that you really love to do, like that's something that you care about. And then we have the energy. Okay, there we have it. So this is someone who's like really wondering, was all this work I put into this, and that might be this relationship, health, wealth, happiness, everything that I invested in this, was it worth it? He's got 1 at his feet here, and he's got 6 here, and the 7th one is there. And it's kind of like, should I take everything I learned from all this work I put in and invest it? Maybe you're waiting to see if this new pentacle would be a worthy investment in something you would really love. It could be a property or something like that you've always been wanting to live at, something like that. So it's kind of like just, sometimes when there's paperwork, it can it can seem like it takes forever. But I feel like this energy is saying, rein your emotions in, rein the horse in. Like you don't want to go charging into big decisions like this, because that horse energy is, the fiery horse energy makes us want to be impulsive and just get it over with, just do it. And this is saying you need to really look into it and hire experts. If it's like a purchase of real estate, make sure you hire someone that can do the proper paperwork, or if it's for a business, get the proper advice. That's kind of energy. And it could be saying that in the past, I feel like maybe you relied on someone that was your partner or something, and they weren't that wise as you thought they were, or something like that. We'll see. Yeah, look at that. Because you were left out in the cold. You feel like you were left out in the cold. And so this energy is talking about a loss, like about half of what you expected kind of energy. Yeah. And I was picking up this energy that your partner disappointed you in a matter of a business, like of they didn't do their part, or you had a partner and you were putting way more investment into it because you really loved it, and they left you out in the cold. This energy is tactics. This is saying, I'm getting here that you put more energy in than the people that you expected to put the energy in. And it caused you to have a lot of hardship. And you felt like maybe you were like, wow, I put all this work into this and I thought I could trust them. And they left me out in the cold. So it could even be something like you had a really good idea and you went to someone and you were like, oh, okay, would you like to invest in this? And you went to investors and they said, no, it's not a good idea. And then they went and did it behind your back and you didn't know, kind of energy. That could be, maybe you had to hire a lawyer or something because of it. It feels something like that. And then judgment is coming in though. So you might have been waiting for this judgment and this paperwork to come in and prove maybe that this was your work. This was your energy that you put in. And now this judgment is coming in. And this also could represent something, it took so long because this judgment card represents not just judgment for this time, it also is judgment for ancestors. And when we're talking this kind of money, this is like, this is money like, old money. It's talking about enough money for generational wealth as a legacy that you pass down to the next generations. And so what you lost was, like, if you lost half of that in whatever deal this was, then you lost quite a bit. But judgment is also, it's talking about judgment from across the veil, like for your ancestors as well as your descendants. Now, this could be something, a judgment about your parents or grandparents or something that happened like even that long ago, that's finally coming to a head now, like an inheritance or something like that. But it also can be talking about the fact that this was money that was generational wealth that was supposed to be passed down to you and then to your grandchildren. So the ancestors are not going to rest until this wrong is righted, kind of energy. And someone's blowing the trumpet, dun, 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 dun. So it's kind of like, this is saying, keep your emotions in check here. Don't do anything impulsive. Make sure that you're really, because the Taurus energy, you can go charge, when a bull gets angry. And I don't feel that's going to benefit you. So keep your shift together. You know what I mean? You've waited this long. And I feel like the energy, it's about tactics that other people have used, right? And I just feel like they might be people that you, like I said, this isn't necessarily a lover here because we don't have a lot of, this is somebody you loved though. This is someone that was close to you, someone like it could be a family member, something like that. So just, don't fly off the handle. And I'm just getting, keep your mouth shut. Like don't get all aggressive and everything, just make sure you hire people that know how to deal with this kind of energy. Yeah, because the Queen of Pentacles, that's representing you. That's like the Venus energy. So this is talking about, you are focused on the Pentacle for sure here and saying, okay, and this information. But the Queen of Pentacles is known for being able to really deal with money, like be really good at bringing abundance in. And also, she's known to be able to handle when times are like rough, like when there's like to make something out of nothing. And she's also known to be able to prefer quality over quantity. So she doesn't just flash her money around and, you know, be in that energy. We're talking old money here. And so that's the energy that, like, this is February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September kind of energy. So, you know, it's any paperwork type of thing always takes time. This could even be a divorce lawyer. You know, it could be something to do with that. Whatever you feel, you know, it feels like for you. And then we have the Magician. So the Magician is talking about the energy of being able to bring what from above down to below. And I feel like it has this judgment regarding the ancestors. And this is talking about you have the tools that you need to be able to plant your garden, like to be able to be in this energy. And so this is infinite potential, but you have everything you need, but to again, it's saying like, don't, like you need to use your intuition at this time and just sort of keep it, I keep getting this energy, like keep it to yourself. You don't need to tell a bunch of people what's going on except the people that are necessarily involved in it. That's the kind of energy, because the fire horse energy, like I'm getting, if this energy was like there's a lot of gossip or people are talking about this, that it could really get out of hand really quickly. And then we have the energy of, yeah, there's the competition right there. So this is my mean girls. This is the energy like that's competing for this energy. I feel like possibly something happened that you were working on and there's some paperwork around it for whatever reason. This also could be familial. This could be like a romantic relationship, but I feel like this is representing more something about what you love. This could be representing a property that you didn't receive or something like that, because the Taurus energy is all about give and receive, and that energy is like just really for you, coming in, like it's taking so long, and like you have to be so patient, because the Taurus energy is like, you know, when a toddler wants something, they want it now. And so this has like been a real big lesson on the give and take in life, like being able to really control that part of you. And if you can do that, that would be the major thing in this year, is not being impulsive. These people are being impulsive. And I feel like if there was unfair competition or something happened here, like what we were describing beforehand, this is the card, like the Mean Girls card. It's like narcissistic cheerleaders that'll do anything to win. And if they don't succeed, their mothers will. That kind of energy. Because it's talking about generations here. So this is like immature competition kind of energy. And this is about the more mature you are to handle this energy, the more successful you'll be. And then we have it right there. So someone, I feel like this energy, like see these 3 cups here? This is the only other cups come in, and there's 3 here. So I feel like you were going along and stacking your cups up, and it kind of represents these 5 here, these pentacles. And this is something you really enjoyed working on and you were really doing good. And then the last 3 cups were very disappointing. And I feel like, and it's either someone that you love, that like you thought loved you, that you know, it could be someone in your family, it could be a partner, or like we described before, like it could be just like, and this is either you've decided to walk away from it and just go and start over again with this other pentacle, take everything that you've learned from the experience and move forward, or this is talking about you receiving, and I feel like it's more that through maybe the courts or something like that, some sort of legalities or something like that, that you know, someone's walking away from it. And I feel like it's the competition having to walk away from it, that you'll get justice here, because we have judgment being called here. And this also is got, like on this card, this is about hidden illusions coming to the light. And we do have, like as I do this reading right now, Happy New Year, because it is New Year's Day as I'm doing this reading. And this energy is talking about, whoops, oh, there's the card right there. Okay, so this card is talking about, having like the full moon energy of releasing what is no longer yours. And I feel like that's them maybe having to release it. And the new moon is talking about then it's off to a new start, and you'll be moving forward now. That's the energy that I'm picking up. I would like to, I'd like to just clarify this. If you're enjoying this reading, please do give it a like and a comment. And also, they have something new now where if it's a smaller channel, you can hype it. So that would be awesome for me. I would really appreciate it. It helps me to build my channel. And I also am going to be clarifying with my oracle cards here. So there was one card that popped out right here, and it's come out again. So I just wanted to see if that was just me being like, I almost dropped the deck because I wanted it to come out, and here it is again, and that's intent. So this is the first card from my oracle, Tales from the Vector, and it is actually something I started in 2007. I completed 64 paintings. I'm an artist, so I worked on these big dragon paintings, and it's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I completed it in 2020, and now I'm working on the energy of like the book that goes with the deck. And so I'm working online to gather that information for what I want to write up. I've had this deck out at psychic fairs for several years, but it wasn't complete. And I also had it all at my seminars. And so it's full of information. If you want to take a look at the paintings, they're on my website, talesfromthevector.com, and that's TAILS. And the numbers of the cards are the numbers as they're listed in the gallery. And I will have them in the description box below in the order they appear here, if you're interested in checking that out. So yeah, the intent, the karmic space of intent is coming here. So this is talking about having really good intentions that go wrong. So I just feel like it could have been even something that you started in a partnership with someone, or you let a partner in and then it didn't work out, but it was really your idea. I don't know, something like that. Let's take a look at it some more here. So the intention behind it was good intentions, but it's not uncommon for things to not work out exactly like we thought they were going to. And look at, we have death on death here. So this transition of this energy, of this, I feel this is going to be resolved at some point in 2026, and it might even be like around that time of February 17th. And the full moon that's on the 3rd here is a really good full moon for letting go of emotions that it's in the moon is in Cancer. So, if you want to, let go, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do that now, so that when you move into the new year of the Chinese zodiac, you're ready. You're ready to go kind of energy. And you've shed everything, from 2025 and from that 10-year cycle before, and you're ready and you're willing and you're able and okay, let's go. And when you are in that energy, that's that fire horse energy. And this is, okay, so this is the falling star. And this is talking about 2025 energy. This is about your heart chakra. And it was a love relationship. And now you're unfettered. This could be a divorce lawyer. And perhaps now you get half the money, which is this windfall, but you've been fighting for it. That could be very, because this is, the energy behind this is it's your heart chakra, and it's sitting on this. And the thing is about the King of Swords energy, and I don't know if I mentioned this, that these are archetypes. So the King of Swords could just as easily be a woman in their masculine energy as a man in their masculine energy. And the Queen of Pentacles could be a man in their feminine energy, or, you know, vice versa. This could represent you, or this could represent someone you hired, like a divorce lawyer kind of energy. The advice from Falling Star is, this is about the heart chakra, to be unfettered in love again, and so that you'd be able to accept another cup of love. And this energy is falling and failing in love is a matter of I. So you have to love yourself first and foremost to be able to make the most of this energy. And then we've got Leo. This energy is talking about having the confidence to move forward, and that's kind of this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. The reason why he's at a standstill is he's not sure yet which way to go, you know, that kind of energy. And so once this energy is resolved, then it will move forward. And you think about teenage boys and how impulsive teenage boys can be. That's the stage of life that the Leo energy's at. They're born to lead, but it takes maturity, right? So quite often you'll see teenage boys doing this a lot, well, teenagers in general, but teenage boys can be really impulsive that way, because girls are a little bit more mature at, a few years, a couple of years sooner. And the energy is, if they don't have the confidence to move forward, they'll do arrogant things. And that's the energy that you don't want to, you know, get into, like really pissed off energy and be like a bull, you know, in a china shop, like just knock everything down because you're so angry. And then we have this is the Empress energy, the generator of energy. So I feel like once this is resolved, that you will be more in this Queen of Pentacles energy. And once you receive this, it'll be like you could have learned so much from this experience that now you'll be able to take this money and invest it in something, and it'll be something you really love to do. And so the universe is kind of saying to you, I know it's been really challenging and disappointing, but look at confirmation twice there that whatever you've been going through it's changing. So, you know, just hang in there and don't do anything bullheaded, you know? And yeah, don't be tempted to do something like really, you know, that you're going to regret later. That's the energy coming in. And this also can be talking about the energy of what left you out in the cold, is they got tempted somehow and thought, oh, it's going to work out. And and decided, okay, well, I'm going to take what's not mine, kind of energy. Oh, look how awesome that looks. I think I'll take that, and I'll, you know, just leave you out in the cold energy, or, you know, that's the energy I'm picking up. And so whenever the devil, the temptation energy comes up, I always, like, the devil is an energy you're not going to get the truth from. So I always cover it with the next card up to see, okay, the devil is actually just an archetype. It's an energy in the tarot. So it's talking about the energy of temptation and lying and doing things not the right way. You know, that's the energy. And so we'll see what they have to send a minion in to do their dirty work for them, or God will send someone in to prevent them from doing that. And we have pride here. So I feel like they were persuaded by someone, and it was a matter of pride before the fall, you know, that kind of energy. And it's kind of like, I don't know, somehow someone got tempted to say, you know what, I'm going to take all or I'm going to take nothing. And they got in that energy. And so let's see what clarifying this here. We have Scorpio energy coming in. So this is about elevating the energy or conquering. So when my signs come out for zodiac signs, I just want to make it clear this is a general or collective reading. I don't have my intention isn't to name different people in those signs. that might come up for you. They might resonate with you with certain people. My intention is more about the state of being of the sign and the stage of life that people are in. So Scorpio energy is, kind of in the middle of all the water signs. So it's someone that is driven by Mars energy. And again, that's that energy we're talking about, like this fiery horse energy. It's like, impulsively doing like a teenage boy kind of. I feel like when this decision was made, it was made like kind of like impulsively, but then they were committed. You know what I mean? They were talked into it, I feel like, by someone else or whatever. And the Mars energy is very aggressive, and that's don't react in an aggressive way to this. Call your lawyer. That's what I'm getting. Because Scorpio energy at its finest is uniting people, and elevating people and doing like what would raise the vibration. But if they get in the conquer mood, they've got a stinger, right? So you don't want to get into battle of words with a Scorpio, because they'll, Taurus, you just don't want to go there. Yeah, because when this judgment comes in, you're going to be on a new journey. This is talking about the Fool going on, and it's going to be one that you can anticipate. You're, letting go of expectations allows you not to have the limitations from having them. And I feel like whatever happened here, this competition has had to walk away from what they've done because of legalities. And they're gonna, don't worry, they may have left you out in the cold, and you might be really damn happy that they did. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, because it's going to be a whole new world for you. And as long as you stay neutral and you ride that horse, and you go out in a pleasure ride, nice ride in the country to calm you down, because there's nothing more beautiful than riding on a horse, and I mean, it's a wonderful energy, right? And on a pleasant ride. And then we have the Hierophant. That's again saying traditional structure. I feel like this energy is coming in and saying that again, this wrong is going to be righted, that you have all the tools that you need, and that this traditional structure represents courts and that kind of energy. So just hang in there. And we have, on here, it's cold in here. Must be something in the atmosphere. Your ancestors are like, we want our money back. This money was meant for Taurus, and we want it back, and we want it back now. And they're not going to rest on the other side of the veil until that happens. And so that is driving the energy. A lot of people don't realize that when you get in a position like this and you're willing to take what's not yours from someone that, and this money was destined for your journey on a spiritual and physical level in the world. Like, look at, this is actually saying that the Fool starts out at the 0 point, and the world is the end of like the adventure of that cycle. It's saying again, this cycle is over. The Hierophant, which is about judgment, is stepping in, and this is done. And these people are going to have to surrender whatever they took. And your ancestors, like, what people don't realize is when you bring in karma like this, it affects your ancestors across the veil as well as your descendants. And they don't rest until they get justice. And it could take generations. Like, this is generational wealth we're talking about. But they're not going to rest easy until it's done. And so that's why they're cheering now, like they're waving across the way at their descendants, right? And this can represent skeletons coming out of a family closet, as well as kind of Pandora's box being opened. So whatever has happened here, it'll be 100-fold trouble if it's been saved up for a few generations. And they're going to have to walk away from it. And we have, right there, bang, the sun is on it. That's God. That's, the happiest card in the deck. It's saying that these people are going to have to walk away from this, and you will get justice, and it's coming in. Be patient. Go and take if you're going to ride a horse, don't be, all fired up and charging into things, right? Just take a nice, pleasant ride in the country, that kind of energy. So please do like and comment if you have enjoyed this reading, and hype it up if you can figure out how to do that. I just learned about this morning. And then I'm going consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. And I will have another reading for you on for mid-month. Bye for now. Have a wonderful New Year's Day.